It has been a night. You will have to give me a moment to soak it all in. Everyone's been asking me, are you excited? And I think I am, just a little bit, just a little bit. So I live each day with a heart of gratitude. So before, or at least I try to. So before I get into what I hope will be an inspiring message, I would love to start out with some shout outs for some special people who share this day with me because of their contributions to my life, both professionally and personally. I want to say thank you to my amazing banquet committee who navigated how to do tonight safe and fun. Sheila, Kimmy, Sally, Renata, you are an awesome team. Joe, so many emails and conversations, but you rocked it. And Cindy, you are amazing as always. And Jennifer Roberts, I can't see her in this moment because there are a lot of you guys, but I know she's out there. She is a banquet committee rock star, and I just want to say thank you for saying yes when you could have said no. You are amazing. So thank you so much. And Jim, kudos to our AD extraordinaire as always. And as our now past president I mentioned earlier, to our affiliate sponsors and partners, thank you for your support. It is very much appreciated. As has been mentioned a couple of times tonight, I started my career in 2003 as an agent assistant. Yes, I started when I was 5. I remember her calling me to the back of the office a few months into my working career, and she asked me to look at the hanging file folders in the cabinet that I had set up all by myself. This was my first professional job. So imagine, one of those 4-drawer cabinets, and you have the hanging folders in there, and you're supposed to have a little tab that tells you what's in there. And so she said, I'm looking for such and such a folder. And I immediately bent down and squatted because I had put it on backwards. And I said, it's right there. And she said, I'm not squatting to see anything. Neither are my agents. But what she said next stopped me. She said, yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work. Needless to say, I was an unpolished diamond in that moment, but those words ignited a fire in me. That's all she had to say. From that moment, it was my biggest desire to prove her wrong and let her know that I was more than capable of tackling anything that was thrown at me. To my Mrs. G, Lynn Grimsley, thank you for your impact on our industry. You are truly a legend, and I appreciate you personally putting some fire in my tush to always show people what I can do. We have come a long way, and I love that we are presidents together. And I also want to give a shout out to Mr. G, because he's right there too. I love you both. Then in 2006, I had the audacity to think that I would be great at selling real estate. My first broker definitely pushed me to reach my potential, whether I wanted to or not. I always say that my days with her were my residency program for real estate. I learned so much and created such a great foundation to learn all that I can. Though she's not with us here for video purposes, Marion Sparks, I now appreciate the way that you pushed me, and you will forever be a part of my real estate story. To Liz and Donna, I am so grateful that I was blessed to spend 8 years with you too. In that time, you pushed me to step outside of my comfort zone, and I will forever be grateful for my growth. Donna, you will always have a hug coming your way from me, boss lady. Talk about ordering your steps. In 2019, after my Virginia Realtors Leadership Academy graduation, I felt that I needed more. I didn't really know what that meant, but I am grateful that more turned out to be an amazing opportunity to mix all of my favorite passions. Stephen, I won't embarrass you more than I already am by simply saying your name, but I thank you for trusting me with your family business to do my part to help make our Abbott fam successful. And to Sheila, I know that you're always behind the scenes doing all the things. So thank you for all the things that I don't know that you're doing. You are a trusted, confident friend and an amazing leader. To my Abbott fam, thank you for welcoming me with open arms, but also for trusting me to help you have success in real estate. Life is just brighter with all of you. Special shout out to my rising stars who have their own table. And to all of you, I simply say thank you and the best is yet to come. My precious family. So my sister from another mother, my bestie, my BFF, Serena P. Thank you for being a pillar in my life ever since fifth grade, girl. You keep me cute, but you also keep me sane and help me balance. I'm so glad that you're able to share tonight with me. To my sweet and sassy mama, who's already a celebrity in her own now, my mommy. Stop, we're not gonna do this. Okay, maybe I am. Thank you for being the wind beneath my wings. Especially when I didn't feel that I could fly. You can do it, baby. I knew that was the one that was gonna get me. You have completely poured your life into me, which is probably why when I called you to tell you that I completed my first half marathon, you said, "We did it!" I love you for keeping me humble. Yes. I love you for seeing my potential, yes. And I look forward to all that we will be accomplishing. To my person, Mark, on September 29, 2007, we created a family and a love that will transcend all time. Thank you for all that you do, including sometimes making sure that I eat when I forget. But more importantly, I appreciate you. We have grown up together, literally, and we have survived the good, the bad, and the ugly. When I asked you about applying to president-elect, thank you for saying, "Of course, what took you so long?" Now, we really have some celebrities in the room. Many of you know them as Little He and Little She, but I would like to officially introduce you to my why and my biggest motivators, Luke Mims and Joy Mims. I've completely embarrassed my son. My daughter's loving this. I love you. To the best little people I know, with every accomplishment, I thank you for sharing me. But I also hope that is an example of all that you can accomplish. Luke, no one has more heart than you. Thank you for making me a mom and pulling out my softer side. You are a world changer, and I will always have your back, son. And Joy, one of my best accomplishments that I can ever receive is when you say, "I want to be just like you, mommy." But sweetheart, my princess, that's not good enough. You, my dear, will surpass anything I ever do. And with every shining moment, there's always one person that makes it bittersweet. Because I probably push myself as much as I do to make sure that he can rave about me to all the others in heaven. To my sweet daddy, I love you, and I will forever be a daddy's girl. Thank you for letting good enough never be okay. But I also think it's pretty special that I get to have two dads. So I thank you to my bonus dad, Papa, for putting up with both me and my mama. For that, I am hopeful. Okay. So this is a short list and only a small representation of so many people along the way that have truly propelled me to this night. Even if I didn't mention you by name or share some amazing story, please know that it truly takes a village to handle this blessed mess. I appreciate everyone that has had an impact on my life. Now, you know how they say, welcome to a TED Talk? Well, welcome to my Thrive Talk. When you decide to take on the role of president-elect, they don't tell you how much you're going to stress about your speech. It's pretty daunting to know that this is the catapult for your next year, so you want to take immense time and effort and attention with every word that you say as you set up the next year. Over the last year, much like years before, I have listened to our members, and specifically our leadership, to see what are the needs and how can I make our association better as your president. Over the last almost 2 years, we have been surviving COVID, heightened social injustice, an insane seller's market, oh my gosh, poor buyers, and many of us have overcome personal obstacles. I am so proud of our Realtor family and just humans across the board. But surviving isn't enough for me. Surviving is the bare minimum. It's like saying it will pass the code for the city. Well, that's great, and it should, but I still want a home inspection and an appraisal. So I don't want to just survive. I don't do basic and status quo very well. I want to thrive. And I know, just as I illustrated with my shout outs and thank yous earlier, that I can't do this alone. The definition of thrive is to prosper or flourish. Now that's my lane. So how do we take that from a phrase in the dictionary to action? We must be team-focused, i.e. inclusive. Diversity is a great start, but we must make sure that when we invite others to the table, that they are comfortable at the table and that we are embracing that diversity. If you don't see yourself at the table, then we need you at the table. Diversity is what makes us unique. Inclusivity is what will make us thrive. We must be healthy. One of my favorite sessions at NAR Annual was a networking group about self-care. I love real estate, you guys know that, but I am also passionate about mental health. I love my Realtor family, but we have to do a better job of prioritizing our self-care, and anything that I can do to help with that effort, I'm on it. Making sure that we balance our success with our peace in order to thrive as people. We are Realtor Party. You didn't think that I would get up here and not talk about the Realtor Party. Through our pact and our bipartisan advocacy efforts, we highlight the benefits of home ownership as well as protect property rights. Quite simply, this helps provide the opportunity for us to help our clients daily and also impacts our communities on the local, state, and national level. When Realtor friends in other states were shut down, our advocacy relationships kept us in business. I am so excited about my appointment to the NAR Realtor Party Member Involvement Committee, along with Chandra Patterson, our 2017 past president. And shout out to my girl, Peggy Todd, who is the Virginia representative on the Major Investor Council. We and so many others see firsthand the impact that the Realtor Party has so that we can all thrive in our business. We inspire. My first year on the board, Lynn Weary with Virginia Realtors provided leadership training and asked us our one word. Mine was inspire. We should impact every room in a positive way and ignite something in someone else to desire them to want more for themselves than they did before. If you aren't involved, I encourage you to get involved on a committee. Yes, I'm plugging for committees. Any committee. If you are on a committee, then invite someone else onto a committee with you. I would love to see committee involvement next year at an all-time high as we thrive together. We bring value. It has been a buzzword through our association over the last year as President Sandra Hood has made sure that we keep our focus as we find our value. I am grateful for you, Sandra, for your leadership and laying the foundation for so many of my passions and initiatives. But it goes beyond that. Each Realtor member should know the value of your association, and we are putting specific goals in place to provide you with the tools to know your value and thrive in this industry. We must be committed to excellence. It's not just a designation program that NAR rolled out, and if you haven't completed it, you should, but it should be the epitome of what it means to be a realtor, and just a great human for that matter. We are community leaders. Yes, we help people buy and sell homes, but we are so much more than that. We are involved in our schools, military, and civic organizations, helping our communities to thrive. With my year, I hope to help us thrive in a post-COVID world. I'm hopeful. Be sensitive to others and more inclusive in that effort. Be better trained professionals to serve our clients and raise the bar of professionalism in our industry. Plus, embrace the fact that mental health matters. No amount of success is worth your emotional and mental state. While these might be great talking points, the real work continues in the days, weeks, and months ahead as we stop talking and we put our words into action. I say thank you and a quick prayer to all of those that are in leadership with me on this upcoming year. I have a high level of expectation when it comes to excellence, and I know that we can achieve it. But seriously, we have a lot of work to do as we thrive together in 2022. I so hope that you will join me. Thank you, and God bless.
We did it.